Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I would like to welcome everyone for our pre-trip seminar for our upcoming trip, inshallah, from April 20th till April 28th. And inshallah, today we will be covering a couple of topics. We will go over the schedule, inshallah. We will briefly cover Nuzuk, and we will give you some tips for packing and for the trip as well. And at the end, inshallah, we will do a Q&A as well too, inshallah. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the chat or the Q&A section for our meeting, inshallah. So anything that comes up, but we will be taking care of this all the way at the end, inshallah. So without any further ado, first of all, my name is Harun Hassan, and I'm also going to be one of the group leaders during your tour, inshallah, for Umrah. Alongside with me, Brother Samiuddin will also be taking care of the group. And inshallah, without any further ado, I do want to go ahead and start covering our schedule, inshallah. So for this trip, we are departing on the 20th of April from JFK Airport. Before I jump into this, I do want to give a reminder. We do have a few people who are following a different flight schedule, maybe for going or for coming back or for both sectors. Please keep in mind if you have any questions related to your own itinerary, which may be different from the group, please reach out to our staff so they can assist you much better with that. So they have all the information, inshallah. So inshallah, we will be departing on the 20th of April from JFK Airport, Terminal 1. And you will inshallah come to the Saudi airline counter. They are using section B for that. It used to be A. And inshallah, over there, you will be meeting with Brother Samiuddin. He will be giving you a Ainul Haramain bag. And he will give you some luggage tags so you can tag your luggages. This is for us to make it easier for us so we know which luggages belong to us. And in case you misplace anything, it's easier for us to recover the luggages as well. So inshallah, we will be meeting at JFK at 8 a.m. inshallah, 7:30 to 8 a.m. approximately in the morning. You have your flight from JFK to Riyadh, and then you have a connecting flight to Medina at 1 p.m. approximately. So in Riyadh, after you land in Riyadh, you don't need to collect your luggages or recheck them in or anything like that. You will receive them in your final destination in Medina. So inshallah, when you arrive in Medina, that's when you will be collecting the luggages. But in Riyadh airport, you will be landing on the international terminal. You will have to clear immigration, exit the terminal. They have shuttles taking you to the domestic terminal from there. It takes about 15 minutes to 20 minutes to transfer off. So it is approximately about an hour and a half activity, I would say, in Riyadh airport. And other than that, if you need to purchase a local SIM card for Saudi, the better place to get your SIM card will be in the international terminal. In the domestic terminal, they do have chaos, but they don't do new SIM cards over there. So you will have to go ahead and pick up your SIM cards if you're planning to get them over there. This is a good time because you do have some time between this layover to actually take care of these activities and also exchange any money if you have to. There is not that big of a difference. These days, usually it's better to actually exchange money at the airport. And with that, just keep in mind, when you are like this time, you want to utilize it because we will not have time once you arrive in Medina airport because we will regroup and we will take everyone straight to the hotel from there, inshallah. So this is happening on the 21st. You will be arriving in Riyadh and you will be connecting your flight to Medina on the 21st. You will arrive in Medina approximately 2:35 p.m. By the time we depart from the airport, it will be, inshallah, approximately around 3:30 to 4 o'clock. It takes about an hour and a half to collect all the luggages and get everyone together and depart from there. We will be at the hotel, inshallah, around 4:30. We are staying in Al-Aqiq Hotel. This is very close to the Haram. You're about a minute away. You're in Haram. It's very close to the women gate for gate number 16. And for gate number 17, 18 is for the men. It's also very close as well too from Alaqi. We will be covering this actually physically over there on the ground. So once we arrive in Medina, we will get everyone settled in, inshallah, and then we will announce a time for a walking tour so you understand all the areas around Haram. And it's much easier for you from there to navigate and do what you need to do, inshallah. And a little bit later on, I will be mentioning more things about Nuzuk, what it's used for, and when will the permits open, and everything will sit in place, especially with the schedule. So the 22nd, you do have a free day. Make sure you get some rest. You're doing all your prayers on this day, catching all your prayers in Masjid Nabawi. And inshallah, on the 23rd morning, we will be doing our historical tours for Medina. So we usually schedule approximately around 8 a.m. to 8:15. These timings do change sometimes. So approximately around 8 a.m. We will be going for our historical tours in Medina. We do go visit Quba, so make sure you have wudu before you get on the bus because we go pray 2 rakats over there. And we'll cover more details, inshallah, once we arrive in Medina regarding that. We cover a few destinations in Medina. We cover Quba, Qiblatain, Sabah Masajid, and Shuhada site, which is right next to the mountain of Uhud. So these are the sites we're covering in Medina. And then the following day, inshallah, we will be departing from Medina and we will be traveling to Makkah, inshallah, to go and perform our Umrah. Our tentative time for departure is 10 a.m. So, inshallah, I hope we are able to keep that schedule. And we're expected to arrive in in Makkah approximately around 2:30, 3 p.m. or maybe 3:30 p.m. depending on how long it takes us on the route. As soon as we get to Makkah, we do want to make sure we get everyone settled into the rooms. Once everyone's settled in, we will go ahead and post a timing within the WhatsApp group in order to inform you when we will be going for the Umrah as a group. If you're comfortable to go on your own, you are more than welcome to go on your own as well too. But we will also have a group leader available to take you for Umrah as well too, inshallah. And then one of the purposes why we're leaving a little bit early, usually we depart closer to Zohar time, but we get there much later. So we do want to get our Umrah done as early as possible so everyone can go ahead and rest for the night. We are planning our Makkah historical tours for the 25th on Thursday. And then, inshallah, you have your Friday prayer on the 26th. So you can go ahead and catch Jummah in Masjid al-Haram. And then on the 27th, we will be departing from Makkah after Zohar to Jeddah. And then, inshallah, we're going to get you settled in to Jeddah. Then we have some tour locations in Jeddah as well, too, where we will be taking you. And we will also give you some opportunity for shopping. We know it's a short trip, so we want to make sure you're comfortable once you're there. So anyone that doesn't want to go shopping, you can go ahead and rest in the hotel as well. And if there is anyone that is planning to actually stay rest of the day and maybe come after Isha, just keep in mind it is usually a little bit tough. So if you are deciding to do that, we don't advise it. We do advise to stay with the group. But if you do decide to stay, just keep in mind our flight is at inshallah 3:05 a.m. in the morning from Jeddah back to JFK. So please arrive at the airport with your luggages at approximately around 10:30, 11 p.m. That's when we will be at the airport, inshallah, checking in at that time for our flight in the morning from Jeddah back to JFK. And you should be arriving in JFK airport approximately 9 a.m. And inshallah, we will give you all the instructions and the details. Also, during the journey, please don't purchase any local Zamzam because they don't allow you to check that in. So inshallah, we will be providing you with the Zamzam at the airport. It's already pre-packaged and approved from the airport authorities. So actually check in and take it on your flight, inshallah. So the next set of topic that I wanted to cover, actually, before we continue, if I can just have Brother Samiuddin just hop on quickly just to give his introduction, inshallah, and then we can continue the meeting from there. I think he's having some technical issues. I'm going to go ahead and continue. So we do get a lot of questions regarding the Nuzuk account. If you have created a Nuzuk account previously, you can still use the username and password and go ahead and log in. The only difference that will happen, actually, we have Brother Samyuddin over here as well too, inshallah, and he will be the one who will be seeing you at JFK airport when you're departing. I will be receiving you, inshallah. So if you can have him give a quick introduction before we continue. You need to unmute yourself. I think he's having some technical difficulties. Let me just double check. He's having some issues unmuting himself, but it's okay, inshallah. If everyone can just see him on camera, he will be, inshallah, departing you from JFK airport. And just so everyone can see me as well, too. Let me get on camera as well. So everyone can recognize me, inshallah. I will be receiving you in Medina airport, inshallah. So continuing on with Nuzuk, each family member does need a separate account, and you will need to use a separate email and a separate phone number in order to activate Nuzuk. It's a pretty simple process. You put in your visa number, fill in the rest of the information, and the email you put in there is the most important thing. You want to make sure you have access to that email. Because you do receive a OTP code on it, a one-time password in the email. You put that in to activate, and each time you log out and you have to log back in, you do have to use that OTP in order to get into the account. Just to give a reminder, Umrah permits no one is checking, but I do highly suggest to take one out because sometimes when Haram is crowded, they don't let anyone in without the permit. But no one checks the Umrah permits. For Riyazul Jannah, Roda, you will need a permit. And if you have gone to Umrah recently or maybe around the same time last year, you do need to have a gap of 365 days before you can take out another Riyazul Jannah permit or Roda permit. So this is very important information, especially if you have gone in recent times. Just bear that in mind. And other than that, they are aggressively checking for the Roda permit. So please make sure you go ahead and you take out a Roda permit. This is one day before you travel. So on the 19th morning. So after Fajr prayer, you can start checking. They usually open up around 6:30 till 8 a.m. is the normal timing when they actually open up. And we will also be taking a look at it. And as soon as we see the permits open up for the Roda, we will go ahead and post it. A few things to keep in mind. Umrah, the families can go together. But when it comes to the Roda, the men timing and the women timing are completely separate and they go separately. So when you do take out the permits, just keep those things in mind. And the time is in a 24-hour format. So if you're taking out something for 300 hours, is going to be 3 a.m. Something that you're taking out for 1500 hours is going to be 3 p.m. So I have seen many people miss their permit timing because of the time issue. And when you are taking out the permits, you can take it out for any time after 10 p.m. on the 21st, going all the way till our departure on the morning of the 24th. Please avoid the early morning hours for the 23rd because we will be in our historical tours all the way from, inshallah, around 8 a.m. Till Zohar time. So don't take out anything till 12. But if you absolutely cannot find a permit and the permit timing is only available for that time during our trip, definitely take it out. You can also do a private tour for the historical tour as well, just to make it easier. That's one activity, inshallah, I hope everyone is able to do. It is one of the more tough activities to do these days. I have gotten some feedback from some of the pilgrims that went, some of the Umrah passengers that went with me in the past couple of groups. Right after Fajr till approximately 8 a.m., they allow the men to go through without a permit, and I think they're also allowing women to go through without a permit. So I will also find out from the locals once more to just to make sure I can give you more accurate information on that. But I do suggest to take out your permit on the 19th, and the permit timings will be available all the way from the 21st till the end of the week on the 27th. So they do open each Friday, from the coming Sunday all the way till Saturday, but the ahead days don't apply to us. So make sure you're taking out something within our days in Medina, and we will post that in the group chat as well too. Another recommendation is we have shared a link for the group. Please make sure all your families added. So this way, if one person misses the notification, another person can also take a look at, especially when we're doing the activities or there are any updates. We like to update you on any delays. We don't want you to just leave your room and just come sit in the lobby. We want to make sure you're up to date on everything, inshallah. So the last thing that I wanted to cover was a few tips that I have for the trip, just to make this journey a little bit easier for everyone. And in the meantime, if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the chat or put it in the Q&A session. So inshallah, we can start covering it from there. Some of the tips for packing, of course, you want to make sure you have enough medication for the entire journey of the entire duration of our journey, inshallah. And also make sure you have enough clothing for the entire trip as well too, because laundry is very expensive in Saudi. So it's better to just have enough clothing for the entire journey. Keep a light jacket. I'm not going to say it's going to be very cold, but in the daytime, if it's 80, 90 degrees and all of a sudden it drops to 60 degrees, it does feel a little bit chilly. So it's always a good idea to just have a light jacket for backup. Other than that, I highly suggest this, and this has been coming in handy for the last couple of years. I've been doing this. Carry a refillable water bottle. So each time you go for prayer to Haram, you go ahead and fill it up with Zamzam, and then you keep drinking Zamzam rather than drinking regular water. So utilize the Zamzam as much as possible. So the Zamzam you bring back, you can hand it over to friends and family, inshallah, so they can utilize Zamzam as well. And then also make sure to, if you're planning to use credit cards over there, make sure to call your bank and find out whether they charge foreign transaction fees or not. This is very important because a lot of the times it's much more convenient to use a credit card. Visa and MasterCard are accepted in most places. The American Express, I have not seen it being accepted in any of the places close to Haram, or even sorry, Discovery as well too is not accepted anywhere. So make sure you're carrying either a Visa or a MasterCard. It usually works best, and just make sure with your bank that you're not being charged any foreign transaction fees. I do still suggest to carry cash because there are still many places that don't take cards. Most places do, but it's still a good idea to have a couple $100 in cash. Other than that, also call your cell phone provider to find out about data, because especially when you're going for the Roda, you do need data. I can just give you some update on T-Mobile. They do give you low-speed data, which is good enough to use for the Roda. Even if you get logged out, you're able to easily log back in. But make sure to still call, regardless of what company you're using, to find out whether they cover the roaming for free or if you need to pay anything, or whether you would like to actually get the roaming for the duration of the trip. Because communication is a key factor of the trip. We do all of our communication through the WhatsApp groups. That's where we're notifying the entire group. So it's very important that, even if you're planning to use no data, that you're connected with the hotel Wi-Fi when you're in the hotel, so you can get the notifications for all the activities that we are planning, inshallah. Other than that, very important information for the luggage allowance, because Many of the times we may not realize what's allowed for us, what's not allowed, and they many people have faced issues at the airport when checking in. In Saudi, they were not as strict before as they are now. So make sure you're keeping your luggages within the weight limit and within the allowance limit as well too. So Saudi Airline does allow you two luggages up to 23 kg or 50 pounds, and they allow you one hand carry and one personal item. I just returned back with a group a few days ago. I just returned back to New York on the 11th. So we faced a major issue in Jeddah airport where when you go through security, they are not allowing you to take those additional personal items. So please make sure you're not carrying too many unnecessary things from here. So if you're planning to do heavy shopping over there and bringing back a lot of things, shop enough that it will fit in the two allowed luggages and your hand carry, and you're allowed one small bag, like a book bag or something like that. So I have seen many people, they actually had to leave their, they had these tote bags with them with a whole bunch of stuff in there. They had the prayer rugs, the bigger ones that they have in like separate bags. So they did not allow them to take any of those things. So I'm just letting you know this from before, inshallah, and I will give a reminder once everyone arrives in Saudi. I know everyone wasn't able to attend the seminar. But inshallah, we will be, reminding everyone on this information as well too. So just this last tip, this is very important because I know, you're going there, you want to bring back things for your friends and for your family. So make sure you're not carrying too many things, so you can bring back whatever you would like to bring back, inshallah. So I still don't see any questions in the chat or in the Q&A. Myself and the whole Annual Haramain team is available, inshallah. If you decide to ask us any questions a little bit later on, please feel free to reach out to us so we may assist you. You should have received your visas as well too. So if you have not, or your airline tickets, please reach out to our team so they can send over the information to you, inshallah. So that's actually a very good question. So what's the process on how to do Umrah with the kids? So the process to Umrah kids, you can just go with the kids. Like I said, they don't really check the permits. You can just go in. But on the Roda, especially for the women's side, many they usually send back the kids. So if, let's say you're going to Haram with the kids, let's say you're going, maybe a male going with his sons. So make sure your wife is there, or some other family members who are traveling with you, so they can take the kids back to the hotel. Same thing, if maybe a female is going with their daughters, just make sure, even if you have the permit, sometimes they don't let the kids in. So make sure someone is there to take the kids back. Also in Medina, the salam activity, when you go inside Baba Salam, you pay your respects to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you come out from the other side. So that is a male only activity, and you are able to take little kids in there. I usually go in with my 7-year-old daughter as well too. I've gone multiple times. So if you have children that are younger, that they are able to do that activity at this young age now with the parents. Are you going to provide the schedule breakdown with the timing that you were calling up? Inshallah, each timing we usually post a reminder at least a day before, because some of the timings do change. But this schedule calendar will be shared in the group, inshallah, for your convenience. And the other timings, inshallah, we will give you a reminder a day before. Every single day. Let's say we have the historical tour activity. So on the 22nd for Medina, we will give you a reminder with what time to meet in the lobby in order to go for the historical tour. Same thing when we're departing on the 24th. We will give you a confirmation of the schedule on the 23rd on the exact schedule, when to leave your luggage outside, when to meet in the lobby, and all the instructions, inshallah. Salam, should we print out our visas? It's not necessary to print out your visas. They don't really ask for the visas anymore, even in Saudi, but it's always a good idea to have it on your phone. If you want to just have it as a backup, you can print it out. They do check the visas at JFK airport when you're checking in. So if you have visa on arrival, I know there's a few people who are taking visa on arrival. Just let them know at the check-in counter that you're doing visa on arrival. They will go ahead and give you the check-in. But if you want to stay on the safe side, you can print out the visas. I usually don't. I make sure I have a full charge. I charge my phone on the plane. So when I land, just in case they ask me to show the visa, I go ahead and pull it up on the phone and show it to them. So there are multiple checkpoints to go in the Roda. One of the reasons why we do a walking tour on the first day, I know everyone is tired, everyone is going to be coming from a very long journey. The reason why we do the walking tour is so we can show you all these points and show you actually, in person, exactly what to expect. Because gate 38 is where you get online, and there's multiple lines before you actually go and pray in the Roda. So I want to make sure I can show the whole group all the activities around Haram, where to enter in, where to go for the Salam, where to go get in line for the Roda. So inshallah, once we're there on the ground, it's much easier to show and it's much easier to understand, inshallah. The time to meet at JFK Airport is 7 to 8 a.m. So our flight is at 11. So I would say like 7:30 to 8 a.m. will be a good time for the whole group to meet. This is very important because a lot of the time what happens is we had some cases in February where family showed up late to the airport and they left their documents in the car. So the car had to come back. So all these issues, if you arrive to the airport early, they're much easier to resolve. It doesn't matter which side it's from, but it's much easier to resolve any issues that may come up. That's why it's so important that you arrive to the airport at least 3 to 3.5 hours before the flight, so everyone can get checked in. We know everything is done smoothly, inshallah. And then if you would like to relax and before you go through security, at least cross security hour and a half before, because expect very long lines because of spring break travel. So it's very important that you arrive early, so you can get the check-in process done, you can go through the security lines, and you can go by the gate, inshallah, and prepare for the flight. If there are any other questions, please feel free to post it in the chat. Is there any recommended items to buy for the trip? A belt for ihram, a fanny pack. So the bag we provide you, we also give you a small document pouch. It's like a shoulder bag. So you have like the bag we have, it actually has a belt on it, so you can actually use that for ihram belt too. It's adjustable. But if you would like to buy a separate belt, you can also get it from Saudi as well too. And then we give you a separate document pouch, which I like to put in my phone, my passport, especially during travels. It makes it much easier. Also, another recommendation, please, please, please keep the Ainul Harmain badge on when you land in Medina. It's much easier for you to find you when you have those bags on, because we can see you from far away. So they're not going to ask for any documents. They're just going to take the passports and they're just going to check you in. Just let them know you're taking visa on arrival so they can put it in the system, inshallah. Also, for the plane traveling and for the traveling between Medina and Mecca, I do recommend the neck pillow. It comes in handy, and you can use it while you're in Ihram, and it really comes in handy on this long flight from JFK going to Riyadh. And then on your flight from Riyadh to Medina, and then of course on your flight back, it helps you sleep. It keeps your neck straight. So please also carry one of those neck pillows. It really helps throughout the trip. Inshallah, this meeting is recorded. And a lot of the information that we're giving you, it's more important that I show you once we get there. We will go ahead and post the time regarding when to take out the permits. The links have already been posted. We will also post that again. We will post this calendar, and we will also post what time to take out the Umrah permit and what time to take out the Roda permits for, like in a time range. And also the permits for the Roda will not open till the morning of the 19th. This is very important information because most of the time when we get done with the seminar, we're getting phone calls and text messages with everyone saying like there are no permits available. The permits will not be available all the way till the 19th morning. And if you have gone to Umrah in the last 365 days, you will not be able to take out another Roda permit till those 365 days are not over. So this is as per the new rule. Since last December, they have started this. It used to be 40 days before that. It used to be 30 days before that 40-day rule. So all these things are changing. And like I mentioned, there are people who told me right after Fajr all the way till 8 a.m., they do allow a limited amount of people to go to the Roda without a permit. So if anyone would like to, take care of that, they can go and try, inshallah. You can perform as many umrahs as you like. So you have to go to Masjid Aisha. You go anywhere outside the boundaries of Haram, and you can make your intention for ihram for your umrah, and you come back in and you go perform the rituals of umrah, get your hair cut. For the females, they have to snip a little bit of hair, and then you're out of the ihram. And then if you would like to go perform the rituals of umrah again, you can do so as well. You can also do just tawaf as well too during the duration in Makkah, inshallah. That's right. Jazakallah khair, everyone, for joining. Our team at Ainul Harmain is looking forward to taking care of you during this trip, inshallah. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out directly to us, inshallah, and we can go ahead and cover all that information. For the Umrah accessible services, inshallah, I will cover it on the route when we are moving to Makkah, inshallah. Jazakallah khair for everyone for joining. I know it's a weekend and everyone is busy with their families. I see a lot of people showed up, inshallah. A recording will be available for this. So, inshallah, if you do need to re-watch this to get any of the information again, or maybe you missed the beginning of the seminar, please feel free to do so. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.